Hold on. It should be there, huh? No. What's this?
That's just to make
No,
it
no, no,
brighter.
above it.
Bring the
Let
screen
me
up.
do it on my end. I'll go live now.
You can't go live on YouTube.
I cannot?
No, you don't have enough subscribers. You need 100.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, almost there, it says. Oh, you are.
Here, I got it. Here. Look.
Ah, okay.
1 minute. That's great, right? Babe, where's that stand? Huh? The stand? Where?
It's under the TV.
Uh-huh.
Are we not gonna go yet?
Where are we going? Where do we gotta go get? Dish soap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
My birthday's coming up.
But first, let me read to my subscribers, my one and only subscribers, that if you're subscribed to me for 1 minute or more, you can actually participate in the conversation. So for that, I appreciate it. So Sue Bernard was a former IT manager. Knows exactly what it is like to be enthralled to ultra-processed foods. In her case, the problem was late-night grazing. I would have had a healthy dinner, and then after dinner, I was dreadful. I ate chips and chocolate and ice cream. It was nonstop. It was a complete compulsion nightmare. And then, when I would even say to my husband, "Why am I doing this? Why am I going back into the kitchen to open the fridge and eat more chocolate when I know that I cannot be hungry?" It was almost as if I had a fat wish. We talk about a death wish, but this was definitely a fat wish. It was as if I was not even in control. I was stick thin as a child. Actually, so was I. We didn't have a car. I walked everywhere. Until my first son was born, I was 125 pounds and a size 8. Then I had 3 children, and with each child, I put on a bit more pounds, and I never lost it. Over the years, I've tried different ways to lose weight, but none of them worked. The cataclysmic moment was when I saw a photo of myself and I thought, I can't share that. I look huge. I remember the moment incredibly clearly. It was December 10th, 2020. At that point, Sue was 200 pounds. She had arthritis in her knees and a constant back pain. All the problems you had when you were hugely overweight. And I kept thinking, I'm not going to live to see my family even grow up. She saw my Channel 4 documentary, Lose a Stone in 21 Days, and I decided to put herself on my diet. I saw those people lose all that weight and I thought, I can do that. I just decided this would be the start of a new life. It was as if a switch went on in my head. To start with, it wasn't easy. A couple of nights in the first week, I wanted desperately to eat chocolate or ice cream, and right before I went to bed, I started drinking lots of water. And then in the morning, I started drinking black coffee instead of white coffee so I could still enjoy my coffee. I lost 35 pounds in the first 12 weeks, and then I switched to a 5-to-2 diet. I have now lost 60 pounds. I went from a size 16 to a size 10. Though, to be honest, it really wasn't anything about being a size 10, but I know that being a size 10 meant that I'm healthy. Now that I've lost the weight, I can bend my knees, something that I could not do before. We have a couple of small dogs, and I do take them out for a walk every day for a couple of miles. When I realized I could move more, I joined the local gym, and 3 or 4 mornings a week, I would go to the gym to do the bike or the rowing machine. I would do crunches and stretches. How do I keep on course? I always plan. It's a way of life and not just a way of eating. I don't want the sweet things anymore. I don't even crave them. My youngest son said to me the other day, "Do you know what, Mom? I thought that you were on your way to an early grave, and now you have a real brightness, a real spring in your step." I thought that was an absolutely lovely comment. Big food. It might shock you to find out, it certainly shocked me, that just 10 companies control most of the world's large foods and drink brands. Some of them names you will know, some are less familiar. The big 10 are, excuse me, I have to take a drink of water. Sparkling water. The 10 are Nestle, PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, Unilever, Danone, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars, Associated British Foods, and Mondelez. The biggest of the beasts are Nestle, Coca-Cola, and PepsiCo. These own dozens of their own brands and are worth together more than $700 billion. If you have ever invested in them, when COVID-19 struck in March 2020, you would have made a killing because the sales went incredibly profitable products soared during the lockdown. Along with additives and strange sounding chemicals, ultra processed foods tend to come wrapped in lots of packaging. In 2020, Nestle, PepsiCo, and Coca-Cola were rated by the pressure groups Break Free from Plastics, the top plastic polluters. For the third year in a row, this claim was based on a survey they carried out of 55 countries, which showed that the packaging and containers produced the big three were the ones that the group's volunteers were most likely to find discarded on beaches and in rivers and in parks. Thank you for the like, by the way. They are certainly the most common forms of litter I found on the road outside my house, along with cigarette packages and energy drink bottles. Imagine that. I suppose this is not surprising because according to a report by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, these three companies produce over 6.7 million tons of plastic every year and recycle less than 10% of them. How can you cut back on ultra-processed foods, you ask? The advice of Brazilian scientists who are behind the NOVA classification is, as you might expect, to go for water and milk instead of soft drinks, fruit and nuts instead of cakes and cookies, and to cook at home rather than rely on takeout, pre-prepared frozen meals, and store-bought desserts. The impact of ultra-processed foods on our health. There have been a number of studies which suggest that eating more ultra-processed food increases your risk of hypertension, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers. Most recently, an influential Spanish study published in 2019, 19,899 Spanish university graduates with an average age of 38 years were asked to complete a detailed dietary questionnaire and then followed for an average of 10 years. The researchers found that people eating lots of ultra-processed foods, more than 4 servings per day, were 62% more likely to have died during that time from all causes compared to those eating fewer than 2 servings a day. It was clear dose response. In other words, for each additional daily serving of ultra-processed food, your chance of dying over the next 10 years increases by 18%. The link between consumption of these foods and poor health, not only physical but also mental, is evidenced by higher rates of depression and anxiety. It is very clear, but to do what extent we can blame ultra-processed foods for the expansion of our waistlines, and what is it about these foods that means that we find them so hard to resist? The rise in obesity worldwide, which began in the early 1980s, certainly coincided with the increase in marketing and consumption of ultra-processed foods. When I was in medical school back in 1980, the average UK family diet was made up of roughly 58% fresh ingredients and 26% convenience. By 2014, those numbers have reversed, with us Brits getting 57% of our calories from ultra-processed food. That's absolutely insane. But guys, right now, I'm sorry to say this, but my wife and I, we have to go to the store and buy non-processed foods, or at least try to, because we're trying to get a little bit healthy. And I hope by me reading this, I'm gonna try to read maybe a chapter a day, and hopefully this will inspire other people, like a daily inspiration, to try to get on the right track. I mean, we only have one life, right? And we have to make sure that we do the right thing. I'll be back later. Should I just let this run? Okay. I should just let this run. Oh, it's gone?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, why not? Here, I'll do just like this. Perfect. Guys, let me know if any ghosts come in, okay? I'll be right back. And then I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high. Then I scream the top of my lungs. And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey, yeah, yeah. What's growing now? Somebody could. Somebody's having an extraordinarily healthy diet, unlike me. Babe, God is. Thank you. I love you. You smell like a wet dog. You smell like a wet dog today, Bubba. Why do you smell like a wet dog? Oh, babe, we gotta get that $10 back too. Should we get another $10 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it, right? Why not? Am I right? I said, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Let's roll. I said, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey. We'll be back in a little bit. Come on, 2 people are there. We'll be back. Okay. My wallet's in the car.